I need more energy. Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. I am Karim, channel name Smell of Truth, and thank you so much for passing by. On this channel we focus on 3 things: having fun, giving recommendations that make you smell good, and the truth. If that sounds good to you, make sure to demolish that like button and hit the subscribe button to not miss out on any great content anymore. Today with the 12 most masculine fragrances that I have in my collection. To not make this too boring, I have 6 categories that I think are necessary in a man's collection. Let's start off with the signature scent. Every man needs a scent that he can pull off no matter the season or occasion. Life as a man can be stressful. Sometimes we do not have time to think about what fragrance we are gonna wear. We need something that fixes all the boxes and is just simple and works. And for exactly this, I recommend Acqua di Gio Parfum. The Parfum version replaces Acqua di Gio Profumo, which is discontinued, sadly. The Parfum version smells more citrusy, a little bit more herbal, and less aquatic, and also the incense note is tuned down. So it's actually a little bit kind of less masculine and a little bit more youthful, but it's still the most, besides Terre d'Hermès, the most masculine designer fragrance that you can pull off for any season, any occasion, no matter what. So your Dior Sauvage, and let's continue. Micallef DesirToxic. Who said that toxic men smell bad? I'm not smelling bad at all with this one. Don't worry though, you will not smell like a 35-year-old virgin with daddy issues. You will smell like a gentleman that has a bit of a powerful edge to his character. He's mysterious, quiet, and only talks when it's necessary. The man who smells like this has self-value and knows exactly where to stand, and rather piss people off with his opinion than selling his opinions or his values to someone else. DesirToxic is a perfection in my opinion. Fresh, woody, spicy, slightly smoky, and some sweetness to it to balance it really good. It has edges of bit everything, and the combination between spicy, woody and sweet with the smoky cannabis to it makes it smell a little bit like Leighton with some cojones actually, with a smoky note. In my opinion, this is way better than Leighton, but you need the balls to wear this actually, because otherwise this scent is gonna wear you and not the other way around. Next up we have special occasions. I recommend something similar to a signature scent, but with a unique touch or something kind of unusual that you do not smell very often. And with special occasions, I do not mean date night. Date night is gonna be later in this video. Special occasions is more like an event that you get invited to, or for example a job interview that you want to stand out from your competition. Dior Homme 2020 is exactly that. No powdery iris going on here. Straight up a masculine, woody and fresh scent. A little bit earthy and resinous. It's also a little bit like kind of fizzy with the citrus notes and the pink pepper that is in here. And you do also get a good dose of vetiver in here. I think this is very masculine and very elegant as well. Okay, I know I said no powdery iris going on here, but with this one I need to make an exception. Tomavicci Demigod is the exception, because in here the powdery iris gives you a little bit of a vintage and old school kind of touch. You smell like old money. Old school, masculine, elegant with a vintage touch. This is if you want to stand out, be confident, classy and sophisticated without trying too hard. If you enjoy old school kind of fragrances like Eau Sauvage, definitely check this one out. Every man, in my opinion, needs a fragrance that challenges him, that brings him out of the comfort zone, that lets him grow mentally. And for me, it is Middle Eastern scent. And when it comes to Middle Eastern fragrances, there is no way I can talk my way around these 2 bangers. Himeros and Infinity by Elyon Dubai in collaboration with Curly Fragrance. When it comes to Himeros, you need to be careful, man. Because listen to me right now. This is gonna take your life over, World War II Austrian painter kind of style. The maximum amount that you should spray is really 3. And also be careful if you spray this one on your clothes. It's not gonna leave your clothes for multiple times washing. Trust me, I am speaking out of experience. It is gonna take over your skin, it is gonna take over your clothes, it is gonna take over your bed sheets, it is gonna take over your shower, it is gonna take over the room you sprayed it in, it is gonna take over your freaking towel where you dry your skin with after showering. But to be completely honest, it was also my fault, because I was in a hurry and I was not paying attention, even though Micallef warned me. She told me this is beast mode, this is the strongest fragrance I have in my collection. I was like, 15 sprays, whatever. I am sorry for everyone that smelled me that day. Not because this is bad, this is super good, but because it is so freaking strong. I think I choked more people out that day when I oversprayed Himeros than Johnny Sins, The Undertaker and Christian Grey will ever do in their lifetime. Micallef is literally like Dr. Frankenstein because she created a monster with this one. Enough said, let's talk about the fragrance. A dark leather in combination with a smoky tobacco, an earthy green vetiver that also somehow gives this one some freshness and oud. It's all very smoothly blended and the quality is 100% there, guys. Pure masculinity, pure testosterone, and trust me, Andrew Tate will be proud. This smells like John Wick, Thomas Shelby, Harvey Specter, every some sort of badass you can think of. Infinity is one of the best rose oud DNAs I have ever freaking smelled. To me, this is more of a smoother and richer kind of take on the Arabian Stonka or on the Montal Intense Cafe DNA. I'm not saying it smells like Intense Cafe or Arabian Stonka. I'm saying that if you know your fragrances, you recognize that there is some sort of DNA going on that reminds you of these two fragrances. This one is actually way richer, more sophisticated, and so much more smoother than a Montal fragrance. And it's also more powerful. You get a smoky saffron on top that awakens your nose, or well, actually it slaps you straight up in the face. But, you know, awakening your nose kind of sounds more fancy. You get a very fizzy, almost fruity, high quality rose with some oud and woody combo. You have also benzoin and some berries that give it some sweetness to balance it out, and somehow it also gives me a creaminess. This is a Middle Eastern masterpiece and the proof that Middle Eastern perfumery can do the same that European perfumery is doing, or maybe even better. I need to be honest real quick, this one, compared to Himeros, this one smells quite unisex. But only if you compare these two. They could do a baby actually. Micallef, I just gave you an idea, I need the credits for this, okay? You smell fantastic with both. Both have 40% oil concentration. The performance is great on both. This one is nuclear, guys. Be careful. Both are created with curly fragrance that is no doubt one of the most knowledgeable, intelligent, hardworking and influential people in the fragrance game. So you have an expert that created these fragrances. Then we have something for summer days or warmer spring days. Terre d'Hermès Eau Givrée. I think this could actually also work as a signature scent if it will be stronger. This is the only downside on this one. It is a summer take on the Terre d'Hermès DNA. It is one of the best fragrances from Hermès and definitely one of the best fragrances released in 2022. This one is citrusy, fresh, green, woody, a bit spicy with a good amount of pepper. This is a very elegant and sophisticated kind of scent. This smells like confidence and pure masculinity in my opinion. For summertime. And not like these sweet, overpowering, synthetic kind of fragrances that you smell nowadays in summertime. I'm looking at you, Versace Eros. This one smells for a designer like very good quality. This one is the last release from Hermès that fits the standards that I have for Hermes and not this H24 bullshit. I don't know who the f is wearing this. It lasts around a working day, maybe even less. So make sure to spray at least 10 sprays and also spray on your clothes. Okay, I know I contradict myself again with this one. But if we have learned one thing that Michelle said is that chicks absolutely love fresh and sweet fragrances. And I know I said sweet and loud and synthetic fragrances are annoying in summertime, but this one is different. Aqua Sextius from Juliette Matte. Juliette Matte. Whatever. Juliette Matte. This is a fresh woody fragrance with some aquatic and some sweetness. And it's also a bit synthetic, which is why I said I contradict myself. On the other hand, I need to forgive this one, because this one smells so sexy. I do not care at all that it is a little bit synthetic and loud and sweet. You mainly get cedarwood and the aquatic notes with this one, but there is also this sweet synthetic kind of vibe in the background that you definitely notice, especially in the air. But this is what makes this fragrance so unique and what makes this fragrance stand out, because it literally smells like sex on the beach under a cedarwood tree. Now it's time for date night. Sexy time. Date night, we need something that matches our energy. We want to smell masculine but also seductive. We need something mysterious, alluring and sexy. And I know you cannot go wrong with Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Mâle Les Parfums. Look, I know Jean Paul Gaultier is getting some hate by these Gen Z TikTok boys, but f them. If you want to smell like one of these Gen Z TikTok virgins that are doing like this, then don't wear Jean Paul Gaultier, because all they wear is Dior Sauvage and Versace Eros. And I'm not even sorry for saying this. For me, it's just a little bit of cringe content. So forgive me, don't take it personal. I'm just trying to make this video a little bit more entertaining, okay? It's actually a good sign that Jean Paul Gaultier is getting a little bit of hate, because this means less people are gonna wear it and you are gonna smell more unique if you wear it. It's actually smart, think about it. In my opinion, this one is still the best Jean Paul Gaultier. It's dark and seductive with a spicy, almost Middle Eastern kind of vibe. It has the powdery iris that we are used to, but it does not smell like baby powder. It actually gives it an alluring touch to it. It's dark, spicy, woody, a little bit powdery and sweet. Perfect for date night. And trust me, if you wear this and you have more big dick energy than the bottles of Jean Paul Gaultier, you already won. No matter what fragrance you wear. When it comes to niche, we go bold, my guy. And how can I not put Xerjoff, Tony Iommi, Monkey Special in a top 10 most masculine list? It will be an absolute disgrace and I will definitely break the fragrance law if I would not put this in here. Forget about Nexus, okay, for a moment. I know Nexus is still great. I love it too, but Nexus is not that masculine actually. For me, Nexus is very unisex. If you want to channel your dark aura and be as mysterious as you can, this is your scent. Passion fruit, rum, vanilla and tonka bean give it that sweet fruitiness that is in here. Cinnamon and sandalwood give it that woody vibe in here. Patchouli gives it some earthiness. And then we talk about the leather. A smoky, dark, badass leather that slaps you in the face like no one else has ever slapped you. Rock this with a leather jacket or a black suit. You're welcome. Mostly in winter season, at least here in Europe or let's say in Switzerland, we drink a lot of booze on these Christmas markets that are literally in every freaking corner. So I went for 2 boozy scents and trust me, the niche one is an absolute banger. Givenchy Gentleman Réserve Privée. Why are you making such complicated names, Givenchy? Just call it Privée or Elixir. Imagine the OG Givenchy Gentleman. With Dior Homme Intense and with that stronger with you DNA. Add some whiskey to it and ta-da! This is what you get. Warm, sensual, sexy, little bit dark and mysterious and perfect for colder days. I promise you a banger, and y'all need to check City Rhythm Austin. This one is crazy, man. All I'm saying is Angel's Share with cojones, with some grande huevos. I never had balls in my hand, okay, I promise. Only my own. You have the boozy and sweet cognac that reminds you of Angel's Share, but Niles knew exactly what he wanted to do, because we want something that smells masculine. So Niles makes sure to add some smoky tobacco and some dark, bold leatheriness to it. It also gives me a bit of an earthiness, and it's way better than Angel's Share and also way better than Eau Givrée, because Eau Givrée gets compared to Angel's Share, you know what I mean? Austin is darker and more masculine than both fragrances, and also lasts longer than both fragrances. So if you want a more masculine alternative, check out City Rhythm Austin. I encourage all of you to check out City Rhythm in general. They have great quality fragrances, fair priced. The owner has a big heart and looks like a badass on his motorbike. His scent of the day should be Austin, just for this video. Niles, you know it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Make sure to demolish that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this video. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Stay healthy and see you next time. Bye bye.
It's never what it seems. Jedes Mal sind neue Bitches mit der Morning Film. Shawty will zu Champagne Places, Baby chill.